A very good morning to all of you. At the outset, may I request all of you to open your videos. Please open your videos so that we can start the session straight away. All of you, please open your videos. Those that are joining now, please open your videos, all of you, quickly. Okay, please open your videos, all of you. Sonal, Harshal, Shubham. Shubham, Sonal, Harshal, please open your videos. Prajwal, Svetlina, Nayak, please open your videos. Vishnu, everyone, Aditi, Pankaj. Okay, so we had a session last time on DAF related questions. On this occasion, we've done a bit of analysis. We've looked at a variety of questions that were asked of those that appeared before the personality board. And we have categorized them into certain categories. We will, in the presentation that we have today, in the PowerPoint presentation, we will share with you the type of questions that were asked last time. But before I do that, may I ask some of you that have joined us today, are you following the drill that we have suggested? Sonal, are you participating in the group discussions? Just nod your head. Yes or no? Very good. Very good. Srishti, are you participating in group discussions? Oh, Srishti has gone. Right. Please open your videos. I want to have a brief chat with you before we start, no? And Vishnu, I can see your photograph. It's a nice, bright, smiling photograph. Can I see your face? Prajwal, are you participating in group discussions? Can I? Very good. Sometimes, this Hyderabadi yes appears like no. But anyway, I understand. Right. Harshal, you are participating in group discussions? Harshal? Good. Excellent. Kushagra, you are participating in group discussions regularly, every day? No. Have you not appeared for the mains this year? Yes or no? No. Okay, then it's fine. Kalpana, are you participating in group discussions? Very good. Very good. Why I keep asking these questions about group discussions as well as reading the editorial article aloud every day, and I am assuming that you are doing that as well, that it will improve your articulation. Irrespective whether you qualify for interview or not, it will help you in any case in future. So this is an exercise that we started ahead of schedule. This year, we started guiding you all even before the declaration of the mains examination result. The idea was that this takes a bit of time. Improving in articulation takes a bit of time, and hence it would be advisable for you all to do what we are suggesting. I am repeating again, Pankaj, Manoj, any reason why you are unable to, Shikha, you are unable to open your videos? I don't know why should I be requesting you so many times. If you have a problem, message in the message box that we have a problem with the video or something. But otherwise, please open your videos. Okay, so what we will do today is, as I said, we will go through a brief presentation. Many of you have been asking me questions one-on-one. You message me. I try and respond to some of you, and then you vanish. You ask a question and then you don't appear thereafter. You have all worked hard to appear in the mains exam. So my suggestion to all of you, remain committed to this. You joined us, remain committed there. It will help you if you do that. But if you want to run from here, there, maybe by some stroke of luck, you become a civil servant, you will be a total failure here. And that can be very frustrating, I tell you. Many of my colleagues, I find them failures as civil servants because of the lack of commitment. If you don't have commitment to your own cause, that is, to become a civil servant and take things casually, then how do you expect to become a good civil servant when you have to do things for others? And I keep asking all of you to open your videos. Robin, Jain, Manoj, for some reason, Pankaj, why aren't you opening your videos? I can't understand. Dharmanshu, Soni, I don't know how will you appear before the interview board if you can't open your video here. Right, so what we will do is we will start with the PowerPoint presentation, take the issues that I mentioned there, And then we will throw open to questions. Though some of you had asked me questions, I had requested them, please raise those questions during the course of session, because I want others also to be benefited by the answers to those questions that you raise. The questions that some of you had raised, to my mind, are relevant to others also. And that is the reason why I requested those people that had raised the questions to ask such questions of me during the course of presentation. So can we have the PowerPoint presentation, and then we will open for question and answer session. So what we have done here is, we have taken transcripts of the actual interviews that happened and then mapped them to the DAF mentions. And for example, someone had written IIT as his college or his qualification. So the question that were asked was, you are from IIT, you could have gone to foreign or private sector where you could have earned high packages. Why do you want to join civil services after IIT? Now, this is a question that is virtually asked of almost everyone who has done engineering. Forget IIT, because the general assumption is, why should engineers become civil servants? They can earn a good living outside civil service, they can join private sector. Then the other question that is asked, if you are from IIT, can we close this and open it again? Zara sabko kholiye, sabka. Let me ask a question of them. Again, आप लोग जब वीडियो नहीं खोलेंगे तो आपसे बातचीत कैसे होगी भाई? Please वीडियो खोल लीजिए सब लोग. Why should it take so long for you to open your videos? Now, is anybody an engineer here? Please raise your hand. Anybody? None. Vishnu, you are an engineer. Please unmute him.
Hi,
Did
sir.
you appear in the mains this year, Vishnu?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And what is your, which engineering college did you study?
I studied electrical engineering from NIT Calicut.
Okay, so these questions, there you are. Kushagra also raises his hand. Kushagra, which engineering college did you do your engineering from? Please unmute Kushagra.
Sir, I have done my engineering from SRM University. SRM
Okay, anybody
IST.
else? There are anonymous Pankaj Kumar, Gunjan. Okay, so let's go back to the PowerPoint presentation. And this could be asked of you all. So the question was, you are from IIT, and they can ask you, you are from an engineering college. Why couldn't you go there? Then IITians go abroad and leave their parents behind, and parents suffer. How can that be controlled? It may not be, if you're not from IIT, maybe this question may not be asked of you as an IITian, but it could be asked of you as an engineering graduate. But since there is nobody from IIT in this group right now, of course, many have indeed joined, but they don't appear to be here today. So we won't pursue it any further. I'm leaving it here. Harshal, you want to say something, or please unmute Harshal. Yes, Harshal.
Yes, sir. I am from IIT Dhanbad, sir.
You are from IIT Mumbai?
Dhanbad. IIT
IIT
Dhanbad.
Dhanbad.
IIT ISM.
Did you
Yes.
appear this year in mains exam?
Yes, sir. I have given mains this year.
Okay, so wonderful. This could be very relevant to you. Now let me ask this question of you. The first question is asked of you. What is the answer that you'll give?
Sir, let me read it once, sir.
Read it.
Sir, I will try to answer it my way.
Yes, answer it.
Like, sir, IIT was a secondary dream. I have aspired for becoming an IS since my school days. So, therefore, IIT was just a backup option. Therefore, this much I can say right now, sir.
Okay, so Harshal, what I am going to tell Harshal, others should listen to this very carefully. We will tell you once the results are out on what sort of answering could be done. But if you don't improve your communication skills, then no matter what I tell you, you will not be able to answer the question. One is knowing an answer, the other is being able to answer it in front of the board. And for that, you require a long-term practice. Now, Harshal, I don't know whether you are standing before a mirror and reading the editorial article aloud every day or not.
No, sir, I'm recording myself, not mirror, but I'm trying to improve daily.
No, are you reading it every day?
Yes, sir, I'm reading the Indian explained page. Indian Express explained page.
No, I have asked you for a specific reading. I've asked you to read an editorial article.
Yes, sir.
There is a reason why I have asked you all, and all of you should remember this very carefully. Everything that I tell you is based on personal experience, is based on experience of those that have qualified for civil service, and based on experience of my understanding of what the board asks of you. So please follow it carefully and meticulously without taking a different route. The reason why I ask all of you to read the editorial article is not just for the purpose of reading. Of course, that's a very important aspect of it. The other is the editorial articles are written in a very logical manner. They are very rational in nature. They are articulated very well. There is a lot of relevant information. All this will help you in articulating your answer, apart from reading bit. So Harshal and others, please note down what I had said was read one article, editorial article aloud in front of a mirror. If you don't have a mirror, doesn't matter. Just read it aloud and then record it in your own words. Is that okay with all of you? Can I see some nods of head or right? Now, whatever I tell you, my suggestion to all of you is, you've done the hard work, you've given the mains exam. Now, if you don't follow to letter what I said, both letter and spirit, you should follow I am telling you, because there is a reason behind what I am telling you, right? Okay, let's go back to the presentation and let's go to the next slide. Now, this is JNU. Now, JNU has been in the news. Anybody from JNU here? Can we go back? Anybody from JNU? None. Okay. So let's go back to the slide. We'll skip that as well. We'll go to the next slide. We will see if there are questions relevant to you. Now, this is something which could be asked of anybody. If you are going to use AI and robots for surgery, let us say patient died, who will be held accountable? The doctor, the hospital, the government, or the manufacturer of the robot? Now, this question apparently was asked of a doctor, someone who was a doctor. Now, is there somebody who's a doctor here? Somebody a doctor here? I can't see any hands, so we would assume that there's no doctor here. So again, we'll have to skip this slide and go to the next one. Right.
I think Vishnu.
Now, this is something.
Sir, I think Vishnu is a doctor.
Vishnu, I thought you were an engineer, no? Okay, Vishnu, unmute Vishnu.
Sir,
Yes,
I'm not a doctor, but I have worked in with robotics. So like I have applied for robotics. So
Achha, so you have written
thought-
in your DAF, you written
Yes.
robotics?
yes.
Okay, so this question could be asked of you because you have written robotics. You know, last time, if you all recall correctly, the only paper or only understanding that the board has of you is through your DAF. There's nothing else. That's the only paper before them. And that is why a large number of questions are asked based on DAF. So if you've written robotics as your hobby or your profession, or you studied it, then the chances are that such questions could be asked of you. But since you are the only one, let us go to this slide, which we have in front of us right now, which could be asked of anyone. It is a personality related question. What is your primary motivation behind civil service? Now let's have open to everyone. Let me pose this question to all of you, because almost 20 to 30% of aspirants are asked this question as to why do you want to join the civil service? You must have a good answer for that. So do we have any volunteer who can answer this question? Please raise your hand. Some of you should. If you can't raise your hand now, then who am I going to ask? Right.
Dharmanshu, sorry.
Dharmanshu. You should get into a conversation. You know, the reason why I want all of you in video is, I want this to be a conversation, not one-way traffic. Yes, Dharmanshu. What is your answer?
Sir, I want I want an authority to serve the public, which I would not have otherwise. So authority से सर मैं सर्व कर पाऊंगा पब्लिक को, इसलिए आना चाहता हूँ.
अगर मेरे पास नेगेटिव मार्क्स हुए तो वो दे दूंगा मैं आपको, इसमें पॉजिटिव तो नहीं मिलेंगे इस आंसर में. So don't worry
Yes, sir.
about it.
Sorry.
We will tell you. No, don't be sorry. I'm glad you spoke. See, if you had not spoken here, you would have never got to know that the answer is wrong. And you may have answered this question in there. So my friends, don't feel shy to raise a question or answer a question here. The more you speak, the better it would be for you. Because this is the time to get corrected. In the interview board, you will not be corrected. They will mark you. I will explain to you why this answer is incorrect. Number one, that is the content of the answer, the substance on the answer. The other is the form was also incorrect. So I'll tell you that. As we go along and have this conversation every week, please note carefully what I am saying. Because it is not merely, of course, content is very important. But the manner in which you answer the question is equally important. So both has to be done. For the manner part, I am asking you to indulge in group discussions, reading of the editorial article. And for the content part, I'll keep telling you how to build that content. Okay. Now, first of all, let me tell you why what he says is incorrect. There is no harm in admitting the fact that it does give you authority. But you can't be saying that you join the civil service only for authority. You are in serious trouble if you say that. You know, many people say that we want to join the civil service for serving the people of the country. This is the standard answer that is given. But that itself marks of hypocrisy, because yes, that could be one of the objectives of joining the service. The other is, if you say that it gives recognition to what I do to others. There's no harm in admitting that fact, but you can't be sitting there for authority. Second, the manner in which you went about answering the question, starting with English and then mixing it with Hindi, make sure you use a language that you want to use. And that will happen. I don't know whether Dharmanshu is participating in group discussions and reading the article aloud. That is important for you to improve your articulation. I am not going to the specific details of specific substance of answers. We'll come to that once the results are out. For me, I want you to indulge in a long-term improvement, or sorry, something which requires long-term for improvement. That is your communication skill and articulation. And that is why I raise these issues. Dharmanshu, I am assuming that you are reading the editorial article aloud every day. Are you? There you are. And that's why you speak the way you speak. My friend,
Yes.
listen to what I'm telling you carefully. You worked hard, qualified for the mains exam. God willing, you'll qualify for the interview also. But I don't think God will help you if you don't help yourself in the interview. And this applies to all of you. If you don't follow what we are suggesting, then there's no point of being here. And it is in your own interest to do that. Right. Let me have Shikha. Shikha, can you respond to this question? I think you have written it and you're reading it. But anyway, let me hear you. Why do you want to join the civil service?
Good morning, sir. So I want to join great service, and I have two reasons for this. So personally, because I finished institute from 6th to 12th class, and later also for my graduation again I got a scholarship and studied. So I have been quite as well as grateful for these institutions to provide and society. So I have also seen and got benefit. So in I want to give back to the society. That is the personal reason. And second is, I feel like provides you varied opportunities to work on and also to improve.
Shikha, your voice is breaking in
Professional
between.
capacity. So I think
okay.
by working in the sector, I'll be able to utilize my
Shika,
Hello.
your voice is breaking in between, perhaps because of internet connectivity. We'll come back to you later on. In the meanwhile, Robin, would you answer the question? Yes, Robin.
Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Sir, as India is a developing country, civil servants play a very important role in development of the country due to their wide area of involvement in the various fields. So I think uh, I will play a very important role in this regard. So that's why I want to join the civil services, sir.
Okay, so friends, I think a lot of groundwork has to be done by each one of you. And right now, in terms of articulation, substance, I will tell you, don't worry. There can be a very good answer to this. No one touched upon the opportunity that the civil servant officers to do things. Whether you will do or not, it's a matter of time. But no one can deny the fact of the opportunity that civil service provides to influence policy, opportunity to implement policies in the field. These are the opportunities. People may contest whether you will do well or do badly, but no one will contest the fact of opportunity that civil service. I'm leaving this term opportunity to you. This sort of a question could be asked of any one of you. All of you should try and find an answer. Now, I will not give you answers. The reason is I want you to look for answers because that's a learning process. I can give you an answer. If I may ask this question, I can answer this question. But I don't want to give you. मैं आपको पकी पकाई खिचड़ी नहीं देना चाहता. आप खुद बनाइए उसे. You work it out. That's something that you will discover yourself and you will be able to recall it more easily. But I'm glad that three of you chose to speak. Now, if some of you want to remain silent, I hope you don't remain silent in front of the interview board. Use this opportunity to speak out. Don't worry if some infirmity or some problem is detected or told. It is better to know now. Discover yourself now. Admit that you have a problem. That is how you will improve. But if you want to fight shy, what will happen on the last day? But so compliments to all those three who chose to spoke. And I still don't wonder. I still wonder why Shubha, Aniket, Anonymous, Manoj Pratap Prajapati, Pankaj Kumar, why are they still behind the curtain? You are losing out on a huge opportunity. See, why I ask you to open videos? Because I'm very closely looking at your facial expressions. You know, communication is not merely what you speak, how you look at others. You know, I will tell you later on when we talk of specifics on how to appear before interview board. But if you're not even prepared to open your videos and show me your face, then how am I going to guide you? If you're not going to speak, then how am I going to assess you? If you're not going to do all this, it won't benefit you. So that's mine. Let's go back to the presentation and see if we have. What is the other question that we have? Oh, there is a hand. Manoj Prajapati. What is the issue? Manoj, please unmute Manoj. Yes,
Sir, am I audible?
you are audible, Manoj.
So, sir, my answer is that first of all, the civil services is a job for me, and with a diverse background, so I can do and I can implement the policy from the other job, and as a local citizen, I can only the comment on the any issue. But in the civil services, I can really implement the policies and can do something for the marginalized section of the society. So that is my objective, and my personal objective is for this job that it is a job for me and that definitely uplift the status of my society.
Just close it and open. Now, all of you listen to this very carefully that I am going to tell you just now. Those that have not watched my video on how to prepare for UPSC interviews, please do that forthwith without any further delay. Manoj, did you watch that video? Please unmute Manoj.
Yes, sir. I was.
Have you watched?
Yes, sir.
Watch it again, especially the part on what words and how to use. Who are those here who haven't watched that video? Can we have the physical hand up? Anybody who's not watched the video? Robin, Vishnu, anybody else? Sonal, please do that. We are going to post it again in the group. You're part of the WhatsApp group here? It will be posted again because all this conversation assumes that you have watched that video. That video is for about 40-45 minutes, but watch it twice, thrice, and absorb what I have said. It's very important. That's critical. Because if you haven't watched that, then this conversation becomes useless. That's an assumption because there are a number of suggestions that I've given in that video, and I would assume that all of you will follow those suggestions. It is in your own good to do that. Watch it twice, thrice, 4 times, any number of times, note down what I've said, and follow the suggestions strictly. My friends, as the results get declared, you will not have that much time to improve upon your articulation. You must be listening to me that I'm trying to speak each word clearly, separately, so that I'm able to convey what I have to convey to you. That is the articulation that you can develop in the next 3 months. But it can't be done in a month. So after the result is out, you won't have time. If you do what I tell you, your articulation will improve. Your thoughts will flow seamlessly from your mind to your mouth. So far, while writing the mains exam, you did this in terms of writing. Your thoughts flew through your pen. Now you have to become articulate enough for you to speak very clearly what comes to your mind, logically and rationally. The drills that I've suggested in the video are to prepare yourself for that purpose. Okay? Yes, Aniket Rajan. Ranjan, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, I want to answer that question. Why do I want
Yes,
to?
please.
Sir, I want to join civil services because, sir, of my background. As I come from, sir, Baka district of Bihar, that is also an aspirational district. I've seen, sir, the impact a district magistrate or a civil servant that does on the people, sir, especially the rural areas from where I have come. So that's why, sir, that motivation was within me when I was in, sir, 10th standard, and also I got motivated from various civil servants like Kundan Kumar sir, who brought the Unnayan Baka. So that has ignited the desire, sir, to pursue civil services.
It's a fairly decent question. Decent answer, but you can develop on it further. But I'm glad you spoke up. Why I'm pushing all of you to speak here. You have to get over that fear of speaking in front of others. On being discovered, sometimes you say, हम गलती ना पकड़ी जाए हमारी. आपकी गलती आज पकड़ ली जाए वो बेहतर है, बनिस्बत बोर्ड वाले आपकी पकड़ें. Please try and understand what I'm saying. And this is something which we also do in group discussions. Are you participating in group discussions? वो कहाँ चले गए जो अभी आए थे?
Sir.
He's again gone behind the curtain. अभी जो अपीयर हुए थे क्या नाम था उनका?
Yes, Aniket sir.
कहाँ क्या होगा? अच्छा अनिकेत, are you participating in group discussions regularly?
Yes, sir. I am taking part in the discussions.
Which group number are you in?
Sir, there is Anthro GD group is also there.
What did you discuss last night?
Sir, I discussed a few of the things related to current affairs. Google has invested $1.5 billion.
Good. Okay, we go to Prajwal. ये जब आप लोग बोलते हैं तभी वीडियो को खोलते हैं भाई. प्रज्वल जी.
No, sir, my hand was not visible actually, so I turned off my video.
Okay.
Sir, my motivation behind becoming a civil servant is, sir, I come from a farming background in Marathwada region, a region known for its farmers' distress. So growing up, I witnessed the challenges and the hardships faced by the farmers and other people in my area. So this experience deeply influenced me and sparked in me a desire to do something for the farmers and the people around me. During my college days, I realized the role of a civil servant. So how it can be helpful in influencing the policies and the people around, and to work across a larger area. So this is the prime reason why I want to become a civil servant. So
a very honest and a good answer. Very honest and a good answer. I hope others are listening. There is a reason why I'm asking you all to speak. You can learn enormously from each other. Prajwal,
Yeah.
कहाँ चले गए?
On the
Yeah.
third row.
Third.
Third row.
Okay. Are you participating in group discussions regularly?
Yes, sir. I'm doing it regularly.
Wonderful, wonderful. And reading the editorial article aloud?
Yes, sir. Yes.
God willing, if you qualify for your interview exam, I will see you at the academy.
Yes, sir. Sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay? But don't let it go. Keep
Yes.
practicing, keep improving. There's always scope for improvement.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Do it regularly, every day, reading of editorial article and speaking it out. It's absolutely imperative. Some of you will listen, some of you will not listen. Your own problem. Every year I see such people. I keep getting this message. Yesterday I got a message, sir, I qualified because of the drill that you. It's a message to me yesterday. But still some of you don't do it. So do it regularly, right? Okay, since there is no other, some of you still don't listen to me, Robin, John, Anonymous, Pankaj Kumar. Anonymous, I can understand because you want to remain anonymous. I hope you don't remain the same in front of the board because they will end up giving marks to some anonymous person, not to you. Okay. Ramdan also is actually anonymous. Right. Let's go back to the presentation. But I'm glad that so many of you did speak. I will make you speak. There is a hand there. Dharmanshu, Soni, yes. Please go ahead. Dharmanshu, Soni. Yeah.
So
Yes.
प्रभात सर
Yes, tell me.
सर मेरा क्वेश्चन ये था कि जो मेरा मेंस मीडियम है वो इंग्लिश है, बट मैंने इंटरव्यू मीडियम जो हिंदी चुना है क्योंकि मुझे नहीं लगता था कि इंग्लिश में इतना बेटर आर्टिकुलेशन फ्लो में बोल पाऊंगा मैं। तो सर अब मैं एडिटोरियल प्रैक्टिस सर मैं हिंदी एडिटोरियल्स की करूँ इंग्लिश की करूँ, और क्योंकि मेरा PSR ऑप्शन है तो इसमें कुछ कीवर्ड सर हिंदी में मैं नहीं बना पा रहा हूँ उसको, इंडो पैसिफिक स्ट्रेटेजी या स्ट्रेटेजिक ऑटोनॉमी, सर इसके लिए क्या सुझाव है?
अब आप तो अंग्रेजी इतनी अच्छी बोल रहे थे, आपने हिंदी क्यों दे दी? यू स्पीकिंग सो वेल, यू आर
सर
एब्सोल्युटली
वही मेरी
ब्रिलियंट. अच्छा,
सर
डजंट
मेरी
मैटर.
वही तो गलती हो गई।
नहीं, हो गई तो हो ही नहीं. अब आप आगे से जितनी भी चर्चा जिससे करेंगे वो सिर्फ हिंदी में करेंगे. आप विचार चिंतन सब हिंदी में करेंगे, चर्चा हिंदी में करेंगे, अंग्रेजी को भूल जाएंगे थोड़े दिन के लिए. और जहां कोई ऐसे शब्द या टर्म आता है जिसकी हिंदी नहीं है तो कोई उसमें दिक्कत नहीं है, आप उसका अंग्रेजी का टर्म इस्तेमाल कीजिए, परेशान ना होइए. ठीक है? इज दैट ओके? You don't worry about it at all. You don't worry. See, worry will not help you at all. You committed a mistake, so be it. Now you work on it. You can't change it now. लेकिन अब आप जितना चिंतन चर्चा करेंगे वो सब हिंदी में करेंगे, और कहीं अंग्रेजी का शब्द आता है तो बिना हिचके उसको इस्तेमाल कर लें. आप प्रवाह होना बहुत जरूरी है. You know, the flow is more important than the words that you use. Right? So आप उसको जैसे जिस प्रभाव में आपने जवाब दिया अंग्रेजी में, उसी प्रभाव में प्रयास कीजिए हिंदी में. और अंग्रेजी का अगर शब्द की हिंदी नहीं आ रही, कोई समस्या नहीं है, आप अंग्रेजी शब्द इस्तेमाल कर लीजिए वहां पे. ठीक है? ओके, लेट्स गो बैक टू द राइट. अब जैसे ये प्रश्न है, टेल मी समथिंग इंटरेस्टिंग दैट हैपेंड ड्यूरिंग योर चाइल्डहुड, एनीथिंग दैट कम्स टू योर माइंड. This sort of a question will be asked of you in a number of contexts. It could be asked of you in childhood, it could be asked of you in education, it could be asked of you while given examination. किसी भी संदर्भ में पूछा जा सकता है प्रश्न. So, can anybody attempt to answer this question? Can we go back to the group? Anybody wanting to answer this question? Any childhood incident that you remember? They are here looking at your memory, your articulation. That's what is being tested. Any volunteers there for this answer? No volunteer? वहां इतना सोचने का टाइम तो मिलेगा नहीं आपको, वो तो बोर्ड पूछ लेगा. यश पांडे से पूछता हूं मैं. यश पांडे, प्लीज अनम्यूट योरसेल्फ एंड आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन. Any childhood memory that you have, would you like to narrate here?
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
So actually, there are a lot of incidents, so even I'm recalling which one like
Give anyone, whatever. So before you do that, you keep thinking. You know, That's a good opening remark. If I'm asked this question and I'm still thinking which one, you can start by saying, sir, there are so many incidents that come to my mind. I'm trying to pick one. Now, these are a few precious seconds during which you are also simultaneously thinking which you will pick up. This is called a very intelligent opening remark. You are just buying a bit of time for you to give yourself a thought and then answer that question. As we go along and we meet every week, I'll keep giving you these hints. Now it is for you to remember or note it down. You can forget it, you can do what. This is something called you are buying some time to answer a question. And I'll keep giving you such hints. In all questions, you do require to pause a bit and then answer. Right. I've given you sufficient time, Yash. Now you should be able to answer.
Sir, one of the most interesting memories that I can recall as of now is one during my the days when I used to play cricket. It was like when I was back in sixth and seventh class. So I had the opportunity to meet Sachin Tendulkar back then. So I mean, as a child, as a budding cricketer, we always used to idolize him. So just coming across him and just having an opportunity to meet him was once in a lifetime opportunity for me. Sorry, and I mean. I just got to learn a lot of things through him back then. Just the way the concept of work ethics. I mean, as young kids, it wasn't something that we were aware of. But just seeing him how he went about his work so meticulously, the way he was so dedicated, even about the little things, right, where his bat should be, how he should be playing the shots. Although it was very, I mean, these are very minute details. So at the first instance we might not be able to observe that quite clearly, but as you ponder over it, you tend to realize that even the little of the even in the most minute of the efforts, they tend to make big impacts in the long run. So the kind of the weight of the bat, or just analyzing the field settings. So I mean, back then we couldn't relate to it much, but as we grew up and then in the hindsight when we thought about it, then we realized that even the most little of the efforts, they tend to cascade and they play a big impact in the long run. So
Wonderful, wonderful, Yash. I think that's a very good, well articulated answer. Only a couple of points for you. You spoke very well. You were very fluent. You were repeating the same thing over and over again. Just reflect over it. This can be improved. Don't worry about it, because you have the gift of the gab. You are able to express your thoughts, which is very good. But there is some discipline that has to come about in your articulation. Your articulation is very good. And that discipline will come through the practice that I have suggested to you of reading the editorial article aloud, speaking it out in your own words, because then you'll tape it and you'll discover you are repeating the same thing. And you'll become conscious of it and you'll stop it. Now, as I talk to Yash, I am assuming that all of you are listening to it very intently. He had the courage to come up with an answer. Then I can see him in the courage to even admit that there is an issue here, and also an admission that he will make an effort to improve it. These are very positive qualities which the board notices. If board points out something, instead of contesting it, you admit it. If you feel that that is the case, admit it. That's a very positive quality in an individual, because there are no perfect individuals. Not everyone knows everything. And he picked up a very interesting incident of which he over his command. And while he is speaking, I can make out that he is not fibbing. That's another thing. Sometimes you make up and the board catches you. So these are attributes and aspects which the board is looking into. And I'm glad you spoke, Yash. I hope you are all participating in group discussions regularly. I hope you are reading the editorial article aloud. I hope you watch the video that I have been mentioning to you. If you haven't, watch it again. If you watched it again, watch it again. And then follow the drill that has been suggested there. My hunch is that if you do what we are telling you, if you qualify for the interview exam, no one can stop you from becoming a civil servant. But you have to do what I tell you. I make these predictions for many budding civil servants. And by and large, I'm correct. But if you don't do what we have told you, then there could be trouble, because you would have lost a great opportunity, because you have those qualities in you. Right? Okay, we go back to the PowerPoint presentation.
Sir, Dharmanshu has a question.
Sorry?
Dharmanshu has a question.
Dharmanshu? Yes. Dharmanshu.
सर मुझे बचपन का एक दिलचस्प घटना याद आती है जो मैं आपके साथ साझा करना
आपकी
चाहूंगा।
आवाज थोड़ी गूंज रही है, ऐसा क्यों है? आप क्या किसी वो लगाए हैं, आप ईयरफोन वगैरह लगाए हैं क्या? हैं?
Yes, sir.
ईयरफोन हटा के आप सीधे बोलिए,
ईयरफोन लगाया है सर।
हैं?
हटाता हूँ सर, हटाता हूँ
इसको
सर
हटा के
ईयरफोन।
सीधे बोलिए फोन पे, अगर फोन है, नहीं तो लैपटॉप पे बोलिए, बीच में डिस्टरबेंस भी आ रहा है। हाँ हाँ बोलिए।
क्या अब आवाज नहीं आ रही है?
बहुत क्लियर है, बहुत क्लियर। जने कहाँ से, किसने ईयरफोन इजाद कर दिए, बताइए।
तो सर ये उस समय की बात है जब मैं 12 साल का था, और उस समय गर्मी की छुट्टियां थी। मैं अपने एक दोस्त के साथ घर के आसपास ही खेल रहा था। तो हमारे घर के आसपास एक प्याऊ था सर। तो उस प्याऊ में हम पानी पी रहे थे, और जाली के पीछे की साइड जो है 20 रुपए वहाँ पे पड़े थे। तो मैंने और मेरे दोस्त ने वो निकाले पैसे, और 10-10 रुपए की हम दोनों ने कुछ चिप्स वहाँ पे खा ली। फिर घर पे जाके मैंने मम्मी को बड़े आराम से बताया कि आज तो 20 रुपए हमको मिले और हमने चिप्स खाई। तो मम्मी ने तुरंत 20 रुपए हमको दिए, और हम दोनों को वापस भेजा, उसी प्याऊ पे जाओ और उसी प्याऊ पे वापस उसी जगह पे वो पैसे को रख के आओ। तो सर वो जो घटना थी, करीब करीब 1 घंटा हमको लग गया। सब आसपास देख रहे थे, हम चुपके चुपके कैसे भी करके पानी पीने जा रहे हैं, वापस आ रहे हैं, फिर जा रहे हैं, और अंततः हमने वो पैसे वापस वहां पे रखे। तो उसके बाद से आज तक मुझे मेरी हिम्मत नहीं हुई कि कहीं भी कोई पैसे हो तो मैं उसको हटाऊं। तो एक बहुत अच्छी सीख मम्मी ने दी थी, और बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग वो डे था पूरा। उसी बारे में सोचते रहे, चर्चा करते रहे इसके साथ।
देखिए, आपने बहुत अच्छी चीज बहुत अच्छी तरह बोली। आपकी हिंदी भी अच्छी है। देखिए, बहुत कम होता है कि हिंदी अंग्रेजी दोनों अच्छी हो। आपने बिल्कुल अच्छी धारा प्रवाह में बोली, और आप इसका अभ्यास करेंगे, जितना अभ्यास करेंगे और ये मुखर होगी और अच्छी होगी। अभ्यास मत छोड़िए, कोई हिंदी का समाचार पत्र ले लीजिए और शीशे के सामने खड़े होकर उसको जोर जोर के पढ़िए, उसके संपादकीय लेख को, और उसको फिर अपनी भाषा में बोल के उसे रिकॉर्ड कीजिए। और व्हाट्सएप ग्रुप आपका हिंदी वालों को शायद अलग बना हुआ है, हिंदी वालों का अलग है ना,
नहीं,
उसमें आप
हाँ,
नहीं है तो
हिंदी वालों के
ग्रुप,
ग्रुप में ही हूँ मैं सर।
हाँ, तो उसमें चर्चा कीजिए
हिंदी
आप।
वालों के
लेकिन
ग्रुप में हूँ।
मैं आप सब लोगों
जी
से
सर, मैं
बार बार
डेली
इस चीज
उसको।
को अनुरोध ये कर रहा हूं कि मैं आप में से कई लोगों में बहुत पोटेंशियल देख रहा हूं, और मैं चाहता हूं आप इस पोटेंशियल को रियलाइज करें। ठीक है? ओके, अनिकेत।
Yes, sir.
जी।
Sir, I want to mention one important incident that has happened in my childhood. Sir, when I was in class 10th, it was year of 2015, and a massive earthquake, sir, shook uh, the Bihar as well as the Nepal. And that time, sir, I got to know the measures which should be taken during the earthquake. How the students who were juniors to me, they were being brought to the ground, and they were safely given to their parents. And on that day, sir, I realized the importance of responsibility. How I was also the sir school head boy. I also got to learn how the people got into the fear, the ability to manage the emotions. So that has imprinted in my life, sir, forever.
गुड, चलिए नेक्स्ट। लेट्स लुक एट सम ऑफ द अदर क्वेश्चंस। वी कैन हैव वन और टू मोर क्वेश्चंस। These were the questions that were actually asked. So that is why we are bringing those live questions. Let's go to the next slide. Let's see what we have next. Do we have another slide?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Let's see the next slide. Next slide.
Women's related.
Okay. Now this is interesting. As a lady officer or a woman becoming a district magistrate, what differentiates you from a man holding the same position? Let's open it. Yes. Budding lady officers. And I would ask these questions of those that haven't spoken as yet. Gunjan, would you like to answer this question? आप अगर हिंदी में हैं तो हिंदी में आप इसका उत्तर दे सकती हैं, otherwise you answer this in English. Gunjan,
please unmute yourself.
Gunjan, unmute yourself. Yes.
Hello, sir. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, you are audible. Answer this question.
Yeah. Sir, so I think if I'm the yeah. So in this case, I think I would be having more empathy uh, to solve the problems of the people as compared to the male counterparts, because usually there are certain things that women do not speak. So those things can be understood better by a female officer.
Is that all? Okay, Gunjan, have you watched my video on how to prepare for... Gunjan, can you hear me?
Nice. That will be
Okay,
start.
let's go to Kalpana then.
Yes, sir.
Kalpana, Gunjan, can you hear me? Okay,
Net.
there is some net problem. See, my suggestion, रुकिए, गुंजन जरा सुनिएगा ऐसे ध्यान से. Sometimes I get this feeling that you all have not very intently watched the video. I'll tell you why. Because in the video, I have clearly said that you will not say, I will do this, I will do that, I will be better. How can you be so confirmed about what you're going to do? Even empathy part, I can reword it in a manner. Sir, my understanding is perhaps as a woman, I may be more empathetic to the causes of the people. I've used the word perhaps, I've used the word maybe. How are you assuming that you are more empathetic? You can have an idea about it, but how can you say with conviction that you will be more empathetic than men? It is your understanding rather than your belief. So the words have to be chosen accordingly. This is something which I've emphasized in my video, and that's why I keep asking all of you to watch that video again. Okay, let's have Svetlina Naik. She's volunteered to answer this question. Yes, Svetlina.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Sir, in this aspect, I want to say that if I become the civil servant, so first of all, it impact in our means first of all in relatives also the perspective the change it was means women also achieve in this high position and they can also do for the welfare of society and also in different aspect and they can also contribute in the large uh, sector of the society. So this is a
Svetlina, I'm assuming that you have appeared in the mains exam this year.
yes sir, next year.
No, did you appear this year or no?
No sir, 2016.
Okay. Then I'll come to you later on. Right.
Okay.
Shikha,
I hope I'm audible right now.
you are
Am
audible.
I?
Yes. Yes.
Yes. So I believe, personally, I believe that officers, whether they are lady officers or a male officers, there is not as much distinctions among them, because even if like on biological terms, if we think that women is more resilient and a male has more muscle power, but I think everybody go through the training process, and training even train like provides the capabilities, and they train even the females. So I feel like both of them are at the are on the same level. But I feel like for women and child issues, I think people might be more approachable to a lady officers to to tell their problems, and in comparison to a male officer, they might be a little hesitant. But if a officer is considerate and they are very heartwarming, then I think it won't be much of a problem to even open to them. But yeah, but so I feel like both of them are same. It's just that their working patterns might differ, and to some areas women can bring more change, and to some areas like male officers can have a greater impact, if we talk about in terms of fighting the basically the corruption and other thing. But on the foundation level, I think all the officers are trained enough to do it in all the areas. Yeah, I'm so
So
sorry
let
I
me.
fluctuated in.
No. Doesn't matter. Doesn't. I'm glad you're speaking. You know, my problem would be that if you're keeping quiet, if you're speaking, you'll improve. I mean, each one of us improves. I don't know whether if you heard my video, there I said I could barely speak 5 sentences in English or Hindi when I did class 12. So you improve. But you have to have the courage. So good you spoke. Second, let's start from the end. If you could have started by saying, sir, I'm not very sure whether there is much of a difference between man and a woman. It all depends on the attributes of that individual. And if he or she is empathetic and willing, then both men and women could do. Though, of course, the general feeling is that women are more sympathetic. I'm not so sure about it. but it will not depend on that particular individual. So I'm saying what you're saying, I'm saying it in just 2 sentences and conveying the meaning that you want to convey in about, say, 2 minutes. Now, don't worry. I said it because you are seeing a finished product, Anil Swaroop. I've been through that all the time, so I know how to articulate. So don't worry if you don't get nervous that Mr. Swaroop is able to speak so fluently. This is through practice. I did exactly what I'm telling you. Nothing that I tell you I didn't do. So keep practicing the way I'm repeating this time and again, because you will see the difference yourself within 2 months. You'll be able to express yourself much more fluently. That is more important, because having appeared or given your mains exam, I think all of you have sufficient knowledge sitting here. I'm not so hassled about the knowledge part. I'm more bothered about the presentation and articulation. Presentation in a logical manner and articulation being smoothly, you are able to convey what you have to say. This comes through practice. You know, right through my discussions with people like you, I've been saying, don't worry too much about the knowledge part. You have knowledge. The question is organizing that knowledge, analyzing that knowledge, and expressing that knowledge. This is something which has to be done now. And every day for you is very, very important. You cannot lose out. And that's why I'm generalizing it a bit. Apart from what I have said, that is, in terms of reading the editorial article aloud and speaking it out, apart from the group discussions, I have also suggested that you should speak, and speak as much as you can in the language that you have given for the examination. So if Dharma has given Hindi, वो अपना हिंदी में सबसे चर्चा करें, लेकिन खूब बोलें. The reason is very simple. For past year and a half, you've been only reading and writing. You've not been speaking. Now is the time for you to speak. Speak as much as you can. And I'm so glad I could persuade some of you to speak today. When we take the next session, and we'll give you the date, participate in these sessions, reflect on what we've discussed today. I would like some of you to put some of your thoughts in the group that we are in. Just put in your thoughts. Write it there, what you felt, how we discussed. Also give suggestions on how to make it more meaningful and useful to you. Right now, I am restricting myself to improving your communication skills and articulation. As the results get declared, we'll get very focused on what should be the content of what you should say. I'm not spending much time on the content part right now. We'll come to the content part more specifically with you. And I would like to tell you that once the results are out, I will be having one-on-one conversation with each one of the person that joins us. One-on-one. I don't take mock interviews, but I indulge in a much longer conversation with each one of you. I will personally go through your DAF and suggest to you what sort of questions could be asked of you. So that's the intensive exercise that I will take once the results are out. But right now, since you have time, about a month's time before the results get declared, please utilize that time to improve your expression, to improve your communication skills. Now, I can see Yash nodding his head. I can see others sitting like Gautam Buddha. Ab, I don't know whether I'm making any impact on them. If someone is conversing with you, a slight nod of head makes the other person feel that he's being heard. It happens at the board also. You can sit like Gautam Buddha there with no expression on your face, and then probably the board will give you with no marks with no expression on their face. So your communication doesn't merely happen through speech. A mild smile, a slight nod of head, these are things that you should cultivate. Don't sit like a moron that you are so thoroughly bored. You know, in any case, you'll find many members of the board. I had my interview in the last one in the day. Everyone was bored. Now I had to cheer them up. I did. In fact, that's how I got the highest in the country. I cheered them up. अब आप मरेले से रहेंगे तो आपको मरेले से वो आपको नंबर भी देंगे. तभी तो मुस्कुरा दीजिए थोड़ा सा, उसमें क्या जेब से कुछ खर्च होता है हल्का सा स्माइल करने में. बिल्कुल गुड एकदम ऐसे बन के बैठे रहेंगे, कैसे काम चलेगा भाई? अरे भाई, आपने मेंस एग्जाम दिया, प्रिलिमिनरी क्वालिफाई, अपने वो पैट कीजिए. आप यहाँ हैं, ऐसी गंभीर मुद्रा में बैठेंगे, कैसे काम चलेगा भाई? तो आपको ये जो छोटी छोटी चीजें मैं बता रहा हूं. देयर इज अ हैंड देयर. गुंजन, यू वांट टू से समथिंग बिफोर वी कंक्लूड? या, यस गुंजन.
Yes, sir. So sorry for being late. I would like to answer the question that why do we want to
अब
join
छोड़िए, अब
civil
आंसर का
services?
टाइम रह गया, अब अगली बार करेंगे. मैं एक बार फिर आप लोगों से
Oh,
अनुरोध.
okay, sir. Sure.
Okay, let us get into a dialogue. I want you all to speak. I want you all to express your views in the group. Please do that. What you liked, what you disliked, what more you want, how would you like to be structured? We have our own thoughts about it with our experience. Get into a conversation. It will help you. And once again, before we conclude, yes, you wanted to say something?
Yes, sir. Sir, I had a query.
Yes.
Sir, in some of the mock interviews, I came across some questions which said that introduce us with something that is not mentioned in your DAF. Honestly, it's a trick question. So, to what extent should we express ourselves in such questions?
I will take at least 4 sessions on tricky questions. 4 sessions. So don't worry on that front. I will answer each of those questions. I have taken trickiest of questions. You ask any question under the sun that India should go to war against US. Let's discuss that. So you should be in a position to be able to answer. That's the art that you have to develop in next 2-3 months. And you can. No, I'll tell you the content part, but if you have not developed the articulation, then my telling you content doesn't matter. You'll mess it up while speaking it out. आप समझ लेंगे जो मैं बता रहा हूं, उसके बाद बोल कुछ और देंगे आप. So अभी time क्या है? It is improving your articulation. Utilize this time to speak and speak. And try and record wherever you can, because that will help you to reflect on how you spoke and change and correct. फिर मैं जो करता था, मैं अपनी बात खुद करता था शीशे से. आजकल के टाइम पे तो व्हाट्सएप सब है. हमारे टाइम पे तो कुछ था नहीं. अपने आप से बात करो यार, बोलो, रिपीट करो. The best speakers in the world did that. They spoke to themselves. Speak to yourself. Yes, Aniket, before we close.
Sir, I have one question.
Yes.
Sir, last year, sir, I got selected into Indian Revenue Service. And sir, this year I am appearing for the rank improvement and service upgradation. Sir,
Correct.
I am indulging in the group discussion and reading the newspaper. That's why I have improved, sir. Sir, what should be my approach, or should I do the same process, or
Same process. Exactly the same process. Refine it. And then once the result comes out, I will tell you specifically what sort of questions can be asked of you, since you are already in service. It
Yes.
may not be relevant to others. So that will be a conversation that I will have with you. I will have a separate one-on-one conversation with you. Okay? With
Yes.
anyone. Anyone desirous of having a one-on-one conversation once the results are out, I'll be available both for physical one-on-one as well as virtual one-on-one. I'll be available. बट आई वॉन्ट यू ऑल टू इंडल्ज. कभी कभी मुझे लगता है कि मैं दीवार से मार रहा हूँ सर, दनादन. कुछ हिल ही नहीं रहा है वहां पे पीछे. मतलब देखिए, मैं कितना रिक्वेस्ट कर रहा हूँ. एनोनिमस अभी भी एनोनिमस बने हुए हैं. शुभम ने अपना न दर्शन दिए हैं. मैं जैसे लास्ट टाइम कह रहा था ना, इतना मैं प्रयास करता तो ऊपर वाला भी दर्शन दे देता, लेकिन आप लोग दर्शन ही नहीं देते. अब मैं ये कहूंगा, भगवान ही मालिक है आपका. ठीक है ना? तो ऑल द बेस्ट. कीप स्माइलिंग. एंजॉय योरसेल्फ. दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. और टेंशन ना लीजिए, आप इतनी दूर आए हैं. You do what I am telling you, and I would suggest watch that video all over once again. Take note of it and follow. God bless you. We will await your comments in the group. Please make your comments in the group so that we are also able to improve and we are able to do some service to you. Right? Okay. God bless you. Take care. All the best.